Guys, hi, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another video. I greet you all in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, our soon coming King. So, hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far, or a wonderful morning, a wonderful evening, whenever you have stumbled across this video or whenever you have chosen to watch this video, if you are one of my subscribers. The weather in the UK is not so good today. I don't know why I keep updating the weather, but we have been having like the tail end of a storm here in London, so almost every day it's raining. And I'm from Jamaica, and the island has been just gone through a category 5 hurricane, I believe. And I've seen a lot of the videos, etc., of the destruction that has occurred in Jamaica. But you know what? God is talking to the world. God is calling his children, or God is calling the people back to repentance, to come to him. He's calling out with all these things, but people are not taking it serious, and my son showed me a video where someone, I mean, it was hurricane, but yet still they were having parties in the hurricane. It just goes to show that they are not taking it serious, but we who are children of God, we know what is coming upon the earth, and we should pray for the unbelievers. Sorry, but if you can, my puppy's right here. I'm not sure if you guys can see him, but he's right here with me today. He doesn't choose to start giving problems until I want to record a video, but I just have to get on with it. So in today's video, as you can see from my screen, I have a piece of leather that I will be doing a bracelet. I think I've done a video before where I've done bracelets, but this one over the weekend, I was just there messing. The thought just came to my head to say, I have a silhouette cameo, and I know it can do heat foiling with the heat foil pen. So I went ahead and I did it, and this is the result. That's the result of it. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but that's the result of it. It came out very, very, very good, to be quite honest. But the only downside is that, as you can see, it's not in the center of the bracelet itself. It's a bit off. So I was there saying to myself, how best now can I do this? Because I know I have the laser machine, the X-Tool M1 laser machine, and with it comes a heat foil where I can use a heat foil pen, sorry, where I can apply like gold or whatever I want. I've tried it before and it didn't turn out, but through sheer determination, yes, I said, you know what, I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to go ahead and try it. So what I did, I went ahead. I'm just trying to find what I did. I went ahead and I did a little sample here. Sorry, 1 minute. What's up? No, sit. Good boy. So I went ahead and did a bit of sample here, and I've managed to suss it out for the leather. So I'm not sure if, hopefully I'm holding it up properly. So that's it. So the numbers represents the grams of pressure that I use when applying the heat foil. So depending on the grams of pressure, that is the outcome. And then I said to myself, if I can use the heat foil, maybe, just maybe, I can go ahead and do embossing. No heat foil, just use the pen itself to, make like whatever design it is I want in the leather. So I also went ahead and I did these as well. So that one is 100 grams of pressure. Sorry, that one is 150, and then that one is 200. And I quite like how they turned out. So 1 minute. So I quite like how they turned out. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to keep this for myself as a reference. So in future, I can know the grams of pressure I need to apply. So this is my leather. So what I've done, I went ahead, I was like designing some bracelets, etc. for my own self, and I am going to use this one that says Yahweh Rapha Elohim Shaddai. And then what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to highlight it here, and then I'm going to copy it. So it's Command and C on a Mac. If you're using a Windows, it may be different. So it has done all of that. And I'm just going to highlight it and bring it down on my piece of leather. Sorry if you can hear noise. He's just scratching right there on the carpet. I don't know why he scratches on the carpet, because as my husband says to him, it's not gonna fluff up, so it makes no sense. So as you can see, it's now on my leather, and the size of it is 8.5, but what I'll probably do, let the width be a bit longer, so I'll probably do 8.7, just to give it a bit of a breathing room, and the height is 0.7. So what I'll probably do is put it at, say, 0.9, not fully 1 inch wide, but that's it. And that's how it would look. But as you can see, it's not on it properly, so I'm just gonna do my own adjustments, highlight it, and then I'm just going to use my key to nudge it. And then to get this all centered, what I'm going to do, I'm going to group everything. So I'm just clicking on the rows, holding down the shift key, and then I'm doing that. It should work. I don't know why it's not working. And then that's the other one. So that's all grouped, and then I'm going to put Command and G to ensure that it doesn't move. And then to get it all nice and centered, etc., in the part of the bracelet, which didn't happen here when I was doing it on the silhouette machine, I would just come to right here, this menu where it says align, and then I would choose whether I want to align it horizontally center or vertically center. So I want it to be both horizontally as well as vertically. So that's how it will look all centered. However, I am not going to do the laser part of this. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and just cut that out. That's all I want to do. I want to cut it out. But first, I have to put my settings in. So I've gone through and I've done my little tweaking, etc. So I know what settings it is for the leather, depending on the width of the leather. Here we measure in like millimeters, whether it is 1 millimeter or whatever. I think in America, you guys say ounces if you're watching from America. So what I would do now is go and choose my material. So this is it. And then I would come and I would choose my material from here and then apply it. And then here I have my settings. Oops, sorry, my mistake. See, if I click user define, it should come up. Hold on. Cut. That's it. And then there, my settings is already in there where it says leather cut settings. And my settings to cut the leather is the power at 91, the speed at 16, and I am doing 2 passes. Now, because I'll be doing both foiling and cutting, I need to go in and say that I don't want certain things to be done. So what I'll do, you can, I think on this machine here, you can do multitasking or something like that. So here where it says the mode, where it says laser on flat surface, if I click it, then you see the different options come up and it gives you different options. So I could do inkjet, or I can say I want to do multi-processing mode. And that's what I'll be doing. So it has now selected it. So for example, this one, instead of engraving, I will go in and choose what it is I want, and I want it to do hot foiling, etc. So for the text, I've never done this before. So for the text, I'm going to choose the hot foiling, and then I am going to choose my settings, which is based on this here. So it's gonna be fill transfer, meaning that it's gonna be completely filled in, all the way filled in. If it was line transfer, it would just be on the outside, just the lines. Now if you look here, the stroke, I can have like a stroke, which I do like. It just gives like a more defined outline. And then where it says the line spacing in millimeters, so that just tells the system how wide you want the lines or how close. Now I had it at 0.1, and then that's the result there. It's nice and filled in. But if you want, you can have it much wider, depending on what suits you. And here where it says -3, so it's asking how thick what it is you'll be foiling is. So mine is just -3. And then here where it gives you the pressure, where it says pen pressure, now what I would do, I've done my own I think I did my own user defined, but it's not coming up, I think. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in and type my own. So I'm going to use 60 grams of pressure for the pen pressure right there. Now, with regards to the roses, which are these two, hold on, let me go back to it. So here, the rose, according to this, it says it's not supported. I guess probably because it is so small. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ungroup everything again so I can then do it, you know, individually, etc. This update is quite new to me. I haven't really gotten used to it as yet. So bear with me. So that's the ungroup it. So if I click the rows, what I want to do, I'll probably not, it probably won't look good being on foil. So what I'll do, I'll probably just go and delete. Yeah, I'll just delete the rows. I'll just delete it. So basically that's what it would look like. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go in and center it all again. And then what I may do is just extend the wording. Since I've taken off the rows, you know, I'll just extend the wording just a tad bit more. Not too much, and then go in and try to, sorry, and then align it again. And basically, that's how it would look. Yahweh, Rapha, Elohim, Shaddai. And that's it. We serve the Almighty God, and we serve the only God, the only true and living God. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go in, and then I'm going to get everything sorted out, but I'll show you how is it I would attach the heat foil pen. But over here, it shows you how it's gonna do the processing, like the different processing. So what I want first to be done, or I could do the foil transfer first and then do the cutting. But what I want to do first is I want to do the cutting. Reason being is that with the foil transfer, I believe you have to put it on the blue mat that comes with the machine. That way it will just hold it steadily. You can still put it on the honeycomb base, or you can put it on the flat base that it comes with originally, and then you go and do it. And I find that when I did it that way, I got much better results. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go through, and then I'm going to send this to process. But first and foremost, I then need to ensure that it measures the distance. So once I'm set up in not my software, sorry. Once I've set up at my machine, I will come back and show you the process. Okay guys, so I am now back. So that's the honeycomb, and what I've gone ahead and done, I've done the auto measure in the software, and then now it's gonna do the cutting out of the leather. So I'm just gonna start the process now. Okay guys, so it's now finished. The laser is now done its part. So if hopefully this is now cut out properly, but sometimes what happens, if the laser head is dirty, it doesn't. And I'm so glad I haven't moved it, because as you can see, it didn't cut it right away. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm just gonna have to send it again and then let it do the process and cut it one more time. So it did it, but as you can see, some of it hasn't gone through. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm just gonna have to use my X-Acto knife and just, you know, get in and just clean it up as best as I possibly can. Sometimes this is what happens. I'm not sure why it does it. I think probably my laser head needs cleaning. But what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna clean it up, and then when I've started the other process, I will be back. Okay guys, so I am now back. My leather is all cut out, and this is what it looks like. That's it there, all cut out. I just need to clean up the ends here, but I can do that once everything is finished. So what I'm gonna do now is, this is the foil tip. So the machine, you can buy the foil tip, the heat one. It comes with some others, but I prefer this one. So this is the foil tip. Sorry, fit. So this is the regular one, and then it comes with a fine tip, and then it comes with one that is a bit bolder. And then this is, let me just zoom out a bit so you guys can see. So this is where you would put the any other attachments, because this is the laser module, as well as I think this is the one for the print, where you can print as well. I haven't used that one as yet. So this is it. You just put your foil tip in here, and just, it's difficult trying to do it with one hand, and then you ensure that it is nice and snug there. And then it comes with a lid, which is that one. Yep. And then it's all magnetic. You just put it on, and then what you do, you just carry it all the way around. It has like this little tab to stop it from, so that's where you would put, ensure that the it goes, and then it goes in there, and then all the way, hold on, let me try and see if I can spin my camera. Hold on. I don't think I can, but if I'm doing it correctly, you should be able to see it. I think I got disconnected. I think I touched something and got disconnected. So what I was saying, this is where you would plug in the USB part for the heat foil pen. Then after you have done that, now you would come around here, and then there is, hold on, I turned it the wrong way because there's this little part here. That one, that's what you use to turn it on. And my puppy's back. And then basically you turn it on, and then you see the light comes on there, and then you just put it back on. So it takes a little while for it to heat up. At least yes, sorry about that. I'm not sure what's happening with me and recordings today. So that's now all set up. I'm not sure if you guys had seen when I turned the heat foil on. So that's it, it's on now. And I've taped down my leather, taped it down with masking tape. And then what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to get my foil to put on top of it. So once I've done that, I'll be back. Okay guys, so I am now back. I had a bit of a mishap when I was doing the setting up, etc. But hopefully it's now sorted out. So as you can see on my screen, I've gone ahead and I've taped down the sides of my leather, and this is what I'll be going through now to doing the heat foil. But as you can see, I still have my cutout there, so I don't need that. So I'm just going to remove that, and then I'm going to carry my words up. I often do sometimes get this messed up in terms of ensuring that it is straight. It doesn't even look straight, to be quite honest. So what I may do is just slightly, no, I'll just, I'm not sure. I think what I'll have to do, I'll have to go back in and straighten it out. But you know what? It's just for video purposes. It's just an example anyway, just so you guys can see the process of doing it. Now, what I have to do now is to remove it from lasering on flat surface and select my heat foil. So as you can see, when I've selected the heat foil, it automatically goes to line transfer, but I do not want line transfer. I want it to be all filled in. And it remember the settings of 60, which is one of these here, for the pen pressure in grams, and the speed is 10 and the pass is 1. Let me just zoom this in just a little bit more and see how it's gonna look. Yeah, it's a bit off. Let me try and see if I can just slightly turn it. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it. I just want you guys to see, just to see what it would look like. And basically that's it. Yahweh, Rapha, Elohim, Shaddai. He is our all in all. He is our Father. And I've done that, and now it is going to be here less than 3 millimeters thick. The leather is less than 3 millimeters, because if it was, then I would have to measure the distance. But because it is less than 3 millimeters thick, I don't need to do any distance measuring. And then once I've gone and select process, it's telling me it's going to take 11 minutes and 25 seconds. So let me click start. And then what I'll do, I'll take you guys over now to the laser to start the process. Okay guys, so that's it. It's all taped up. So what I've gone ahead and done, I've taped the foil, taped it on either side so it doesn't shift in the process. and my everything is all in. I don't have to do any measuring, auto measuring, because it's less than 3 millimeters. And then all I have to do now is to click start, and then it's gonna start the process. So if I have gone ahead and done it properly, then it's gonna be fine. So I'm just gonna let it go ahead, and then I will be back to show you guys how it looks. Guys, so it is now finished. So what I'm gonna do, sorry if you can hear noise in the background, I had to lock my puppy out because he was just creating too much of a ruckus for my good. So what I'm gonna do is that, let me show you guys what it looks like. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like. I don't think it has been lined up properly. I can feel it right. Let me zoom out. Yeah, I can feel it right along here, but this is just a video for demonstration purposes. So let me just peel it off so you guys can see. As you can see, it's not lined up there, but you know what? I'm gonna wear it because it is mine, and it marked it there. So let me give you guys a better view, and that's what it looks like. So let me carry you over to my table where you can see it much better. Okay guys, so I'm now back to the final part. Hopefully my dog won't keep making noise. I think he needs something to eat. So forget about the rough edges there. I'm just gonna clean it up, and as you can see, I knew it wasn't centered. So this is it, but this is the end result. I am gonna wear this bracelet anyway, so I love how it turned out, but I should have like just moved it. I should have followed my mind and just go ahead and corrected the leather on the plate before I went ahead. Sorry. That's it. Oh gosh, he is such an attention seeker. No, let me 1 minute. Okay, sorry about that guys. I had to settle him, so let me try and hurry up before he gets all uppity again. So basically this is it. I'm just gonna clean up here, and then, but this is the end result. This is going to make a absolutely wonderful and beautiful bracelet. So let me take it up, and that's it. Look at that. Wow. Ignore here, which is a bit off-centered, but that's it. So that is the 0.1 spacing in the X-Tool M1. The detail is absolutely lovely. And that's it. Wow. So once I've gone ahead, cleaned it up and put my accessories on it, I will be back to show you guys the final result. But that's it. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. Okay guys, so I'm on the final stretch. It's a bit quiet now because my husband has taken the dog out for a walk. So I know I said I was going to clean up the edges, etc. But you know what? I'm just going to let it stay. I quite like the rough edges, but I'll eventually get this sorted out, etc. But as I said, for video purposes, I'm just showing you the steps that I take when I am I'm making bracelets with the heat foil pen from XP. So I'm now going to use my punch. So I've bought the Green Man punch from the trimming shop in the UK. This is not a sponsored video or anything, but if you guys have seen some of my videos before, I used to use the handheld one, and while it is not bad, don't get me wrong, it sometimes shifts, or sometimes when I'm clamping it, etc., it dents the top of, like for example, if I'm using a double cap, it dents the top of it. And sometimes I do have a website where I put these on my website, so I need to let my products be as professional as I possibly can. So I'm just gonna punch the hole now. So I've put this part in it, the tip, and then it goes on that there. So my issue now is trying to line it up center. So what I normally do, let me grab a ruler. And so what I've decided to do, let me just move this, because sometimes my centering is a bit off. So for example, if the item, so say for example there it's what, 2.2, I think that's centimeters. So half of that would be 1.1. So that would be half, 1.1. And then I'll just do the same here and get the where I need to punch, which is 1.1, which is right along there. Sorry, my hand was in the way. So what I've gone and done, I've marked it with the pencil to show that that's the center. So if I were to line it up there, it would be perfect. So what I need to do now is to ensure that I don't take it too close to the edge. I want it probably just a tad bit there, and because it's pencil, I can remove the mark easily. So this one is 3 millimeters, so I'll do the same for that one. 1, 2, 3. I'll take it in 3. So my whole point is gonna punch there, and then it's gonna punch there. So anywhere in between these 2 points is perfectly okay for me. So what I need to do now is to ensure that it is nice and level, and then I'm slightly nudging it over, and that should be, hold on, let me just come around. It should, yeah, and that's it, nice and clean. And then if I've done my calculations properly, if I were to do that, as you can see, oh, it's not that clear, but I've put it on top and it is right bang in the center right there. So I just need to do the same for this one as well. and I'm just going to carry it down. And there we go. And that's it. And then if I do it properly, there we go. Right back in the center. So I am using a double cap rivet in order to set it, so like a snap rivet. So I need to then go in and change it. So when I was buying this machine, I would say I went ahead and I bought a lot of extra fittings to go with it. So these are some of them. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get my double cap and then I will be back. Okay guys, so I am now back. So I've gone ahead, I haven't punched anything, I've just put it in. So this is what it would looks like, and then you would go and clip it in like that. So what I'm gonna do now, I've gone ahead and I've changed out this, and then I'm just gonna unscrew the top part that punches the hole. If you can hear noise coming in the background, my puppy's back from his walk. And that's what it looks like. So what I normally do, I just put it in a piece of tissue because I don't want it, it's a bit sharp, and then I put it back in the respective bag that it came in, because I have quite a few dies and I don't want them to get mixed up. So this is the one that I need. That's it, the double cap rivet die. So this is what I need, a double cap rivet die. And then this is what it looks like. So sorry about the noise in the background. So that's the bottom part. You just put it in there. Hold on, let me see if I can just bring it up a bit so you guys can see. And then this part here, that's where you would put the pieces in. So I'll show you guys anyway. So, and then what you would do is just to screw it in. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to line it up, but that's fine.
Hello world!
If you hear the noise in the background, that's my husband. I'm telling you.
Sorry, mommy.
Stop it. Seriously, I'm really recording the video.
Yeah, for real?
I'm not even gonna cut it out. Stop it.
For real?
Stop.
What?
So this is, yeah, sorry about that. I'm telling you my husband. So you would put the tip right there. Then you would put your leather, whatever it is, you'd put it over it like that. Then this part, if you guys can see that part there, you would put it up in the top there, and then it should be magnetic, and then you put it in the top right there. I'm just trying to find it, but sometimes if I can't get it, you know what I do, I just put it over it like that. And then what you would do is just go and press it. And that's it. Nice and neat and professional. I think that part, I'm not sure what happened there. And then this one now, this is the top part. So you would, this is the snap part that goes to snap in like that. So what you would then do is put that piece, I don't even know the terminologies, then you put it there. You'd put that little piece right in there. Then you'd line it up, and then it should, if I've done it properly, it then should go over it. That's my dog. It didn't do it. Hold on, I think I've made a boo-boo with this one. Let me just try again, one moment. Okay guys, so I had to go and remove that one because that was the wrong size. Go figure. So hopefully this one should be better. So that's nice and snug. And then I'm gonna go and do this part now. I can never get this part correct. Yeah, I think I accidentally stepped on it. I'm not sure. I don't think this has done it properly. It has come through right here. So what I'm gonna have to do again is try to remove this one and start again. I'm telling you, at least I'm making my mistakes whilst doing a video so you guys know what not to do. You know what, guys? It was my error. I was actually using the wrong die. So for this one that has that little indentation there, right there, I needed to use that one, that die, but I was using the wrong one. So that was user error. So I just need to screw it in now. Then I will get my proper die from here. As you can see, there are so many. So what I had to be doing is like put color coordinating it. So I know this one, I put black nail varnish on it, so that one goes there. And I think I have now put it in the wrong section. I'm telling you. Right, so that's it. And then that one goes at the top. I'm just trying to line it up so that I don't over so the screw is in properly. I think I've done it wrong again. I'm not sure what's wrong with me today at all. I've done it wrong again. Oh my goodness me. Oh Jesus, please. One would have thought that I would at least know how to use my equipment properly. But it's all good at the end of the day. So that's the correct one. That's it. That's it. That's the correct one. And now this, I will just put it up here. And it should hold it. Oops, it should hold it. If not, I would just there. You know what? I'm not even gonna stress it. So it goes there. You know what? I'm just gonna do it like that. And then if I've done it correctly this time, it should work. That's it. There we go. Nice and snug. And then something is wrong. What is wrong? Oh, I'm telling you. Let me try and get in again. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is to change this one because I didn't put this one on properly. So let me change this one and be back. So hopefully I will get it in the end. So I'd put this over on here. And then this would Oh, these are so fiddly. This would go there. And then I'll try my best not to snap my own finger. And if I've done it correctly this time, it should work. Oh, we got there in the end. We got there in the end. So this is it. It was my fault, user error. I was actually using the wrong set of dies. I should have used these, the S-spring dies. But what I was using is the rivet dies, which is something completely different. That's why it wasn't working. So that's it. Nice and snug. No, not pulling apart or anything. So basically that's what it looks like. So that's my bracelet finish. Let me zoom out a little so you guys can see. So that's my bracelet finish. Yahweh Rapha Elohim Shaddai. And that's taken from the song. There's a song that I sometimes listen to, and it says Yahweh Rapha Elohim Shaddai will manifest himself. So that's what it looks like. Let me try and put it on, because I am a complete lefty, but it should go on without a problem. And that's it. Let me move this out of the way. Oh, this is a bit weighty. And that's it. That's it. That's my little bracelet. There we go. Yahweh Rapha Elohim Shaddai. That's it. Nice and beautiful. So thank you for sticking around with my blunders, my ups and downs and bloopers. So as always, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. And may the countenance of the Lord forever rest upon you and give you peace. And I say shalom, shalom, shalom. And remember, we serve, as Christians, we serve the only true and living God. And that's it. Yahweh Rapha Elohim Shaddai. Amen. Have a blessed day, everyone. And God bless you all. Bye. Bye.